What's up, people? This is Guru, and welcome to the Geek Assault channel. Today, we are doing a true life story. Yes, people, going back to one of the old school staples of this channel. All right, so let's get it, man. This started way back in high school, man. So it's been a minute. Your boy been out of high school for a while. But I just thought about this one day 'cause I was driving through a part of town. I remember this story. But this happened. I was in 12th grade, and my area, there's like there's two local schools, but it's like one right on the outskirts, like actually in the city is another school, and that's kind of like the quote unquote urban black school. But then you got like a middle school, it's kind of like a school in the middle that I used to go to, and it was so crowded there that they built a new high school, and they separated the two classes, and changed the districts. So half of the student body went to the new school, and the half stayed there. But then some of the one in the quote unquote urban school got migrated into this new school, right? So everything got flip flopped, man. I mean, it was crazy, right? So the urban school, quote unquote, we'll call that the black school. You know what I'm saying? We don't get away. The black school stayed the black, was predominantly black. The school in the middle that was pretty much it's still, the demographics stay about the same. It was almost like 50-50 black and white. But then the other school was like, I say 65% white, they're like 30% black, and the rest was just other. So it was predominantly white. So that was quote unquote called the new good school. So I happened to go to the new good school, right? And so everything was cool, you had your little beefs and stuff, your fights and everything, normal stuff. But it's pretty cool. So the other school, it got a little rougher. And we were rivals. So we were rivals, right? The two schools that were in my town, let's call it Bayside, Eastside. I'll be Bayside. Bayside was like the cool preppy school. Eastside, it used to be kind of the preppy school. It's now kind of they're a little grouchy, man. They got a little flavor to them. It's a little rougher over there. So Eastside's got a little rougher. And the quote unquote black school, it'll stay in black school where they really would get, you get your head chopped over there, man. They weren't playing. So I had the good opportunity to be down with a lot of people at each school, especially the black school. I had a homeboy that went there that was real popular, and he was down with everybody. So they knew I was down with him. I had a hood pass, right? Like super hood pass. So I was straight wherever I went. With that being said, but all of our schools kind of had like a little, a Cold War going on, like anytime we meet up somewhere, it'd be like a fight here, a little scrap there. So, but there was also, people were cool, because we all knew each other, especially East Side, Bayside, since we got split up. We kind of knew each other, right? So, with that being said, we had this, it was near the end of the year, so it was, graduation coming up, prom, all that stuff. So we had this party. And it was like an old school, down south, back of the woods party, right? It was this little community center off this dirt road, right? And you could rent it out. And it was like these older people that actually owned it. And I think it was dirt cheap, guys. It was like $40. And you get it the whole night, had electricity in it, running water, toilet, everything you needed, toilets, everything. It was a cool place. So a lot of people threw that like birthday parties there or random parties. And they didn't even check ID. They just wanted the money, to keep the place going. So we went there. We had this big party there, man. I can't remember if it was a birthday party or what, but we had this party there. And of course, a bunch of teenagers from 15 to 19 showed up. No security. Once again, let me repeat, no security. 3 different schools that's going through a little silent war, a Cold War. And there was basically one way in, one way out. Wow, nothing bad can happen in this situation, right? So we go there. Everybody showed up, man. I mean, it was so packed. And once again, like it was a small place. It couldn't hold that many people. So we were way beyond capacity. Way beyond capacity, right? And the fire department, anybody showed up, they would have said, y'all got to leave. It was so many kids. And since it was free, and everybody knew about it. It was like every demographic of kid came out, the nerds, the geeks, the jocks, the cool kids, whatever. Everybody was there. Black. We had a couple of white people came out. Wasn't too many, but it was mostly black. I say it was like 85% black. You know what I'm saying? So, the white kids didn't stay too long, but they did show up. But so we was having a good time. People had music, laughing. It was chill at first, but the later it got, the more testy it got. Certain high school kids had alcohol. Some had some weed. So later on, people getting drunk, people getting high. It's hot. No, that many people, no matter what kind of air conditioning you got, it is hot. So we down south. You know what I'm saying? And humidity. South Carolina is humid as hell. So it's hot, you sweating, you bother, people bumping into you, it's so crowded. So all I know, some people are going outside just being cool. So everybody's outside. It's a little bit cooler, but it's still humid. But at least you can move around. And I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what sparked. I still to this day can't remember what sparked it. But this dude that I went to school with from the black school, I was cool with the guy. I actually was cool with him. I actually hung out with him a couple of times. Let's just call him David. These other guys from black school had beef with David because David was a pretty boy. David was new in the school, so they kind of like tried to bully him. And because he used to get all the girls. So they had a lot of hate. It was hateration on them. So they jumped him. So he outside fighting. It is dark, so I can't tell who fighting who. On top of that, I don't go to that school, and I don't really know David that well. I just hung out with him a few times. I was like, hey, that's his business. Besides the two dudes that were jumping him, I knew them too. So he's getting jumped by two guys that I know from the black school. But I never hung out with them really, but I knew of them and they knew of me. So they jumping his ass. I'm like, hey, well, I ain't got a dog in the fight on this one. So they jumping him. All right. So next thing I know, another fight break out. And this guy was from Bayside, a baby boy from Bayside. We used to call him Old Dirty. And this dude from East Side, they got arguing for some reason. And the funny thing about it, these two guys are cousins. They're cousins, so they arguing. My man stole off on Old Dirty. Bam! Punches Old Dirty in the face. And we're like, what? Like, these cousins, why are they fighting? So they get to scrapping, man. They out there, they throwing hands, man. So it's two fights going on the same time. One guy getting jumped outside, the other guy fighting his cousin on the other side. So we sit there watching like, damn, which fight to watch? So then my boy out there, he a scrapper, man. Let's call him Ali. For Muhammad Ali. He a scrapper, man. This dude, he throw serious hands, man. And this is my homeboy. We grew up together, went to church, everything together. This is my boy. So he was out there like chilling, and some other dude from black school said something smart to him. I'm actually say this guy's name, man. That was a bad situation happened with this cat. I'm gonna say that for part 2. So Alex started talking trash to my boy Ali. So Ali was like, man, he ain't with the, like a better word, he ain't with the shits. He like, man, hey, man, this whatever. Alex runs up and grabs him by his shirt. And like my boy Ali, he's slim, but he's strong as hell. And he got long reach, big ass fists, big ass knuckles, man. This dude, when you see him, you don't think he like this, man. But dude went through juvie, everything. He's scrapper. He's scrap. My man grabbed him. My boy Ali hit him. Boop, boop, boop. Hit him so fast, so quick. Dropped Alex. But Alex was holding on to his shirt when he was falling. So his weight pulled down my boy. My boy fell on the ground and was holding his face down into the ground, was beating him into the ground. So I'm thinking like, we was about to jump him at first. I'm thinking like, well, my boy beating his ass, right? So now we got 3 fights going on at once, right? Somebody getting jumped, 2 cousins fighting. My homeboy beat the guy into the ground. And so, next thing I know, my boy Ali, his sister see him fighting. So she runs over, pow, kicks the guy in the face, right? And she on some Timbs. She kicks the guy. My boy Ali is already whipping his ass. Like it wasn't no need for this. So she flipping out, you fighting my brother. She's stomping him and kicking him. Then my little sister, she a year younger than me, they were best friends. She goes over and she's over there stomping and kicking the dude, right? So I'm like, damn, 2 girls kicking him and beating this dude down. My homeboy beating him down. Next thing I know, everybody from my crew run over there and they start stomping this dude into wine, man. I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude is getting it, man, because he did not know He didn't know who he messed with, man. He is getting the works. He is getting worked. I mean, seriously, worked. I mean, he getting jumped by girl. I mean, he had so many people on him, man. Dog, it was like ants on the. It was like ants on a caterpillar or something, man. He was just. It was so many feet. So, I mean, it was people that were cool with us, that really wasn't our crew. They were kicking him. I mean, it's like the whole East Side turn on this dude. We was stomping this dude out. Boo, 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 boo. So I ain't gonna lie, man. I kicked him a couple of times, man. I did. I'm you know, Alex, I'm kind of sorry. Anyway, so we stomped this dude in the line, right? So this dude break it up, man. This older guy, he was older than us, and let's call him Dro. So Dro grabs him, grab my boy, pull him up. And so my boy knew who he was. Like, look, man, chill, man. You got him, man. That's enough. So my boy trying to fight him. Ali pushes him off. I'm like, yo, man. He said, man, you know, he wanted to fight him too. So he's like, man, chill, man. You know, I'm trying to break this up, man. Y'all go kill this, you go kill this guy, right? But I had been stomping the dude out, man. So they pull him up, and cause I felt bad for him. It was too many feet, man. I couldn't really jump on that guy. It was horrible, man. So Dro helps the other guy up, man, and he's like he like somebody lead somebody like a crutch. He's like that. He carried the guy off, right? And it was messed up, man. We were kids, man. We was 16, 17, 18 years old. He had this mud caked over his face. My boy held his face to the ground, and my boy Dro was like knocking the mud off his face while he was walking into his car. And it was just funny to me seeing the clumps of mud fall off his face, because like Dro's kind of like slapping it off, like trying to console the guy, like, look, man, go home, man, you know. So the guy was, you know, he helping him to his car. Next thing I know, something goes, pow, pow. Man, we already know those gunshots, man. Everybody just scatters. I mean, it is like run for cover, man. It was just crazy. And so the gun sounded so much louder because like we was like in the woods almost, man. So it was nothing for the sound like vibrating off the trees and stuff, man. It was like loud as hell, man. So we all scrambling, we running. And I look, man, my car. You don't see like a bunch of like in the circus, they got those clowns in one car. I didn't lock my door. And I had this old ass Camaro, man. I wasn't a rich guy, man. So hey, it is what it is. It was my car though. I had this old ass Camaro, 2 seats. I don't know. I mean, not 2 seats, but two doors. Now, if y'all been in a Camaro, you know there's not a lot of room in the Camaro, especially the older ones. New ones ain't even got that much room. So think about these, the old ones, right? So I go to my car. It is like full. It was so many people in my damn car that they couldn't even shut the doors. They were piled in there like sardines trying to get away from the gunshot. I'm standing outside my own damn car. Like somebody's shooting. I'm like yelling, yo, get the F out of my car. Get the F. You know, I'm screaming and yelling. So we found out that the person shot, it was like this little house right beside the little center, community center thing. And it was an old man out there, and he had saw everybody fighting and stuff, so he had shot a shotgun in the air to clear everybody out. He was yelling, yo, get y'all kids, get y'all ass home. Y'all out here fighting. I'm gonna call the police. Get your ass home. He was yelling at us. So when the commotion calmed down, everybody saw the old man. He was telling us to leave. You know, he talking about he gonna call the police. So it was an older black guy. He didn't call the police on us though. So shout out to the old. I'm pretty sure he's dead now. He was an old man back then, so I know he ain't alive now. But he didn't call the police, but he told us all to go home. But some of us didn't. And it was just an amazing night. This part one of the story. So everybody got out of my car, man. And this would piss me off, man. Like I said, it was kind of muddy out there. So I had mud from people's footprints. Stuff. I'm mad as hell, man. I'm steaming. Like, yo, y'all done, you know. So I couldn't fight everybody and jumped in my car. And so me and my sister, we driving back home. I'm mad as hell. She mad. You know what I'm saying? And so we drive home. I lied, you know. I dropped her off and I went back out. So that's when part 2 of the story starts. So what? Oh, this is the day she did a little flipperoonie over. Guess what? When I dropped her ass off, she went back out too. I didn't know. So hey, that was just the beginning of the night. So this is around 12ish. It might be a little like 12:30, 12:15 when I dropped her off. So that's not even the first part of the night. So so part 2 coming soon, man. It's gonna be 3 parts of the story. This is an amazing, amazing night. So this is the Guru. Hope y'all enjoyed the first part of my story. Be on the lookout for part 2, man. I'll let y'all later. Peace.